from This Darn Chick's Designs. I was at Michael's the other day and I found this really cool pillow that I was thinking about doing. It has the 31 on it. Let me just go ahead and press on it here. See if I could get it larger. It may not let me have it larger, but anyways, it has 31 on it, and it has a, it says October, and I thought it was really cool. It has a little bit of sequence on it. There's a bat over to the side. It's embroidered on the edges. So I thought, you know what? I want to go home and see if I can try to do one of those. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can make something that's similar to that on embroids. So we're going to go into our embroids. Okay. All right. And then once we get this up here, I'm going to show you how to do this. So you're going to go up to this little icon right here, and this right here will show you where all your stitches are at and where all of your images and all that. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go up to text here on the side, press on the T, and go down, and this should pop up. If you've got a Mac, it's going to kind of pop up in the middle. If not, it'll pop up to the side, to like the right side. So you're going to go in and you're going to put in where your text is at. Let me just so here, because I'm doing this by hand here. Let's kind of get this all the way over here. And so all I want is 31. So I'm just going to put 31 on there and then press OK. That's all I want is 31, because what we're going to do is we're going to actually outline that. Okay, that little edge. Now the 31 on this will look a little bit different than a 31 that is on your regular PC. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take that 31, go up here to the top, and you want to have a basic stitch for it. So we're just going to go in, we're going to do the one here, and we're going to put our color in. Our color is going to be black. Press OK on that. And then we're going to also go ahead and we're going to do the 3. So I like to go up here to my little settings and press on 3. And then it comes down here. And then we're actually going to go ahead and go up to the top here. And we're going to do a single stitch. Or you can do a bean. Let's do a bean stitch. So we're going to go ahead and do a bean stitch. Put a color on it. Always put your color on it, because otherwise it won't apply to it. So you can put whatever color that you want on it. Okay, once you do that, let me just grab this just to make sure that this one actually did what it was supposed to. Up here, we're going to go to our stitches. Okay. We're going to go to a bean stitch, just like we did with the 3. Then we're going to put a color on it, which is black. Okay. Got that right there. Now you want to go up to your stitch simulator here, and we want to make sure that it caught this 31. So we go up here to our stitch simulator, and you're going to run that stitch simulator all the way across. Okay. So let's go back here again. I'm going to, oops, go up here. I'm going to apply my stitch. So I'm going to show you again. We're going to apply our stitch. Okay. And, oops, I went ahead in here and I kind of filled it. You don't want to fill it. You definitely, this is a fill right here. You don't want to fill that. Okay. You just want to leave it as like the single stitch there so it grabs onto it. Okay. And then go ahead and put your color in. Like I said, you can just do whatever color, because you know what you're going to do anyways. And I'm going to go up here and let's run this stitch really fast just to see how well it works. So here it starts out with your stitch. It does take a little bit of time. Usually I just like to normally just do it as fast as I can. So I just kind of run with it as fast as I can and go through it. So basically all this is doing is just going around. It's just placing your stitch down for your actual applique. Okay, so for this project, you're gonna want to use your hoop. That is, let me turn it over here. It is your hoop RE28B, okay? And it should show you exactly right down here. All right, once you're done, you're going to wanna go ahead and put your stabilizer in your hoop, okay? With your fabric, okay? This fabric I measured out to be almost 15 by 15. So that's kind of like, you know, what I've decided that I want my pillow to look like. And then you're going to need your sequins. Now, the sequins that I've had for probably about a year now. So what you're going to want to do is just go ahead and just kind of cut around, just make a square and just kind of cut around that, because what it's going to do is once we get it into the machine, then it's going to go ahead and put that stitch around it so we can applique it. Okay, and so once you do that, so you've got to have this one piece here, all right? Then you got your basic layer, okay, of your pillow, okay? So you've got your applique, then you've got your layer of your pillow. You can use white, you can use cream, you can use whatever color that you want, but just for this, I like the cream color, and this is actually a linen fabric. So I had this in my stash of fabrics. So we're gonna go ahead and use this today. Okay, so make sure that you go ahead and you put your fabric in very, very tight, okay? Because this has actually got to be embroidered on it. And then here is our applique fabric that we're actually gonna go ahead and put over the top of that. And then we're gonna take it to our machine so it can actually do our place stitch. Okay, so now what it's doing right now is it's putting our place stitch down. And once we get the place stitch down, then it's actually gonna go back around that. You're in the middle of doing this, you're gonna wanna go ahead and stop your machine, okay? So you can actually go ahead and trim around these pieces here where the number 3 is at. So then it will actually be able to put your satin stitch over that, and then you can go in to your next number and you'll be able to do the same thing. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna cut in between here. I'm gonna trim all the way in between here to get my stitch, you know, get my pieces of fabric out of it. And you're gonna wanna go ahead and do that all the way around. You gotta really, really watch with these sequins and stuff, because sometimes the sequence wants to get in the middle of the way with the needle. So we're just gonna watch it and see how it does. I always try to pull back some of my strings if I can here, because I got too many threads. So I just kind of go back and flip them in different areas. So far it's doing pretty good. And then this is the 31, that's actually what we did. Right now it's just doing tack down stitch. Once we're done, we're actually going to just go back and retrim around here, because sometimes, like with sequins are really, really hard to do, but we want to trim some of these little sequins off all the way around here, so it kind of gives it like a really nice finished satin touch to it. Okay, so I'm in the middle of actually cutting out my one, so let's go ahead, kind of get this one cut out here. Use my applique shears to go around that. You want to try to get as much as you can when it comes to this. Let me see if I can get it a little bit closer there for you, so you kind of see what I'm doing here. So I'm just trying to get this little area through here. Like I said, sometimes with sequins, it's really hard to do, so you want to try to get as close as you can to it because they're so messy. They're pretty, but they're messy. And you see here, kind of cut around the edges as close as I can get that one. And then this one right here, it's actually coming out pretty good. It's gonna be making a really, really pretty Halloween pillow. As anybody knows, Halloween's my favorite time of the year. So if you got a favorite time of the year, let me know about it. And see how this one right here, we gotta get back in here where this one's at. Because sometimes, see the way it's starting to, see what a mess this stuff makes? But it, like I said, it's pretty. Just kind of dump it sometimes, you know? Try to get some of this off and dump it and get it out of the way. Use your roller, just so it's not everywhere, because it does get everywhere. Yeah. If you have to, you may have to like shake this a little bit just to kind of get it out of the way so you can see where all of the actual stitching is. One thing I do like, I like that Embroidery program because there's so much that you can actually do with it. Seriously, I can't even get this off. This is like come from the dollar store. Yeah, you can get these at the dollar store, but they're not the best. However, it does the job just as long as you can get the tape off. But anyways, getting back to Embroidery, that's a cool thing about having Embroidery for Janome, is that you can actually use that program to kind of mimic things that you like. And that's kind of like what I like to do. I like to kind of mimic things that I like and then put my own little spin on it. So a lot of people, let me just get that. My camera's in the way. You know, sometimes when you adjust stuff, you can see everything else. So you don't want to. Sorry about that. But anyways, that's really what that program's for, is to make things that you like, mimic things that you like, that you can find on other sites. So I just kind of go back here. Let's get a couple of these right through here. But that's why I show you some of the things that I do on the Embroidery, because I believe that it's beneficial to you as a crafter to learn how to do your own designs or mimic what you like. So once we're done here, we're just gonna take it back over and let the satin stitch start. This is actually gonna make it kind of more of an antique-y look or shabby chic look. So if you can kind of see where it's actually gonna be putting a satin stitch on here in a moment. It usually takes about 21 to 30 minutes in order to do this. So just kind of take your time with it, because once we get it done, it'll be a really pretty cool pillow for the holidays. He's also, I made him on embroidery too, so he's actually just a little extra that I added to him. Okay guys, so we're finished with our top, okay, of our project here. So I decided to go ahead and put a little cat up here and then a little ghost down here. So I thought that was really cute. So let me just get this off here. And so on the back of it, you want to turn it over and just kind of trim off the back here. Just be careful when you trim off. You know, you just want to try to get as much as you can off here of your stabilizer there. So get all that off there, because it's going to go on a pillow, so you're not going to be able to see it anyways, because it's inside of our pillow. All right. I usually just take my scissors and try to slide right across there instead of cutting if I can. Put this right here, a little bit in between. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to take it over to the sewing machine. I really think this is really cute. You'll see it once we compare it to the other ones here in a minute. So there's my 31. which is really, really pretty. It's got the little sequins on it. And so what you're gonna do next is go ahead and sew around the outer edges of this, okay? So you wanna go sew all the way around, but make sure that you actually go ahead down here at the bottom and leave yourself a little pocket open. So once you do that, then you're gonna wanna go ahead back and use the Poly-fil to put it on the inside. So let's go ahead and take it to the sewing machine. So we've got it sewn together. We're gonna go ahead and we are gonna use this Poly-fil. This Poly-fil you can get at Michael's, Joann's, you can get on Amazon. So what you're gonna do, this is used for a lot of crafts and stuff, especially seasonal crafts, is go ahead, take it, start taking clumps of it here, and push it towards the end corner, this little square quarter here, push it towards this area. So you want to start filling the inside of this up so it kind of goes all the way over. So we just like to do that. And kind of get it nice. And now this one right here, I made it a little bit smaller just because it's just going to go on like, you know, like at the end of my couch. So I didn't really want a huge one. So that's why I measured it out about 15 by 15. So when I put it together, it's just more of a little accent one. I love how the 31 came out here and how it's embroidered all the way down with the satin stitch. Now, you can go back if you see any, like I see a couple of these little bit of fabric here. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna kind of snip around that and everything, but I think it came out very pretty. I think it's awesome for Halloween. It kind of gives it that old touch to a little, you know, to your couch, like an old world touch. So let's go ahead in here, and then we're gonna take it over and we're just gonna sew this little seam up through here. Okay, try to put it there. It is the coolest little pillow though. You can use any type of fabric on this. It just depends on what you're looking for. Let me pull this up just a little bit here. Pull that down there and push this over there. Sometimes when I'm using my phone, instead of using a camera, sometimes I'll use my phone. I know other people, they use their cameras and things like that. That's fine. I don't think I've kind of got to that point yet. Because as anybody that's a YouTuber knows, it's not just like 1 hour. It's almost like a whole day of doing videos to get these things uploaded and do your designs and all that. So it does take pretty much on and off all day long to do this. It's not like, oh, okay, we're just gonna go ahead and let's just get this DVD very well. See, I called it a DVD. You see how old I am? Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, just kidding. So anyways, you're gonna wanna go ahead and you're gonna take it over to the sewing machine, and let's go ahead and sew this bottom edge up. Okay, here's our pillow. Look at here, 31, Halloween. So let me know what you guys think about this. I know that when you see it, it's probably gonna look kind of weird because we're mirroring it here. But I absolutely love it. It's just very, very soft. It's gonna go on my couch. So if you guys got something that you need to show me, make sure you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Any questions? And you have a nice night.